The new podcast, In the Shadow of Princeton, starts as the matriarch of a prominent Princeton family is found stabbed to death in her locked basement. Investigators look from a serial attacker to her family to Princeton University students. One hot-blooded investigator sees a conspiracy. Is he way off base, or does privilege let you get away with murder? In the Shadow of Princeton is available wherever you get podcasts, or you can binge it ad-free by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Getaway Day, Friday, October 25th, 2024. The World Series begins tonight. It doesn't seem right to pull for the Dodgers, but here we are. Now, I kid you not about this. Somebody made this National Greasy Foods Day. Y'all know what to do. It's also quiz day. We have another listener who volunteered to put herself through our strenuous 5-question review quiz. If you're plugged into state politics, you might recognize her, so stick around for that. First, we have a change at Birmingham Police Department, more bad healthcare news for rural areas, and the largest prime number known to mankind. I've been thinking we need to do more math on this podcast. I'm Mike Morgan, and we're down in Alabama. Birmingham Police Chief Scott Thurmond is leaving the job and has accepted a position with another police department, reports AL.com's Carol Robinson. He said it's been something he's been thinking and praying about for a few months now, and it's not in response to recent calls for BPD changes amid what could be a record year for homicides. The local Fraternal Order of Police has said that it's been considering a no-confidence vote in BPD's leadership of the department over low morale and other issues. State Representative Wandalyn Gavon and a Birmingham Black Lives Matter co-founder are among those who've called for Thurmond to be removed since last month's mass shooting at 5 Point South. Thurmond's been with the force 25 years and was appointed chief by Mayor Randall Woodfin in June 2022. Deputy Chief Michael Pickett was named interim chief. Well, you've heard here many times that rural Alabama has been facing dwindling numbers of hospitals and emergency rooms. In many places now, if something bad happens to you, you have a long way to go to get to that level of medical care. And beginning today in one rural county, reports AL.com's Savannah Trians-Fernandez, there's only one ambulance to get you there. In all 890 square miles of Pickens County, there's now one operating ambulance. According to the Aliceville Fire Department, they're trying to figure out a way to get a second one going again, but that the funds aren't there. This, unfortunately, isn't an outlier story. According to the Rural Health Research and Policy Centers, 64 of Alabama's 67 counties are considered ambulance deserts. In Pickens County, the only hospital there closed in 2020. That's meant less revenue for the ambulance service and fewer EMTs working in the county. A man who attended the Alabama School of Math and Science in Mobile has moved on to big things, specifically to a very, very, very big number. AL.com's Heather Gann reports that Luke Durant has discovered the largest known prime number. Prime numbers, you may recall, are numbers that are divisible only by themselves and 1. See, 6 is not a prime number because you can divide it by 2 or 3 and get a whole number. But 3, 5, and 7 are prime numbers. So are 11, 13, 17. You get this. As you keep going higher, prime numbers are spaced out more and more so that before you know it, you're dealing with some really big numbers. Durant used graphics processing units, or GPUs, which are used for digital graphics and AI, to find a prime number that has more than 41 million digits. Now let that sink in. The number 1 trillion has 13 digits. Durant's prime number has 41 million digits. For short, our math friends are calling this number M136279841. because that name's easier to work into conversations at parties. You also can call it 2 to the 136,279,841st power minus 1. The discovery accomplished a few things. It might have broadened the scope of how GPUs can be used in math. Also, if somebody ever discovers a use for such extremely high prime numbers, it's now known and waiting to be used. And Durant won a $3,000 research award that he said he plans to donate to the Alabama School of Math and Science. Hey, we're going to take a quick ad break. Be back here before you can count your fingers and toes. After the break, Alabama Democratic Party Vice Chair Tabitha Eisner will join us to take our Alabama News Review quiz. Y'all stay with us.
This is an ad for BetterHelp. Welcome to the world. Please read your personal owner's manual thoroughly. In it, you'll find simple instructions for how to interact with your fellow human beings and how to find happiness and peace of mind. Thank you, and have a nice life.
Unfortunately, life doesn't come with an owner's manual. That's why there's BetterHelp Online Therapy. Connect with a credentialed therapist by phone, video, or online chat. Visit BetterHelp.com to learn more. That's BetterHelp.com.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon. The holidays are here, and you know what that means. It's time to get your friends and family the gifts they deserve. Take the stress out of shopping with Amazon's great deals and low prices on a huge range of items from toys to tech and much more. Whoever you're gifting for, Amazon has great prices on everything you need this holiday season. Shop early holiday deals now.
Hey, thanks everybody for staying with us. It's Friday, and that means it's quiz day here. Today, we have in our virtual studio Tabitha Eisner. Now, Tabitha, I know who you are, but could you introduce yourself for the audience and tell us where you are in Alabama and how you spend your days?
Sure. It's great to be here, Ike. I'm Tabitha Eisner. I live in Montgomery, and I am the vice chair of the Alabama Democratic Party, although that is a volunteer position. So I go to work like regular folk and do a lot of politics on the side.
Well, I can imagine you're pretty busy right now this time of year.
It is our busy season. I feel like a tax collector in April. I'm or a tax preparer in April. This is our busy season. We are nose to the grindstone right now.
Yeah, when do you say your pace peaks, like mentally or otherwise, during a big election cycle like this?
I think, the last 30 days are the most exciting and the most energetic leading up to an election. And then again, during legislative session, it's a different kind of wild, but busy for sure.
It's not as loud, but there's plenty going on during the session.
More time spent in conference rooms during legislative session, less time spent out pounding the pavement and knocking on doors.
Now, I'm obviously not nearly as involved. I'm a news guy and love policy, and my favorite time of the election season has to be overnight after a presidential election when you watch the people on TV like decompress momentarily.
Yes. We take particular care of our candidates because the last moment of once those election results come in, our candidates are breathe a deep sigh of relief, whatever the outcome is, because at least the wondering is over. But it is an emotional roller coaster for sure.
I can absolutely imagine. Speaking of emotional roller coaster, that's what we try to do with this quiz. I like to try to taunt all the listeners who come on with my buzzer when they get one wrong, but we're so laid back, it doesn't matter. I don't even think we really keep score by the end of the day. But Tabitha, you wanted to take the quiz, so we're gonna give you one right now.
All right, sounds good. I'm up for it.
Diving into question number one. This is government. Alabama Department of Corrections Commissioner John Hamm this week updated progress on a huge $1.25 billion prison being built in this Alabama county. Is it Greene, Elmore, St. Clair, or Marion?
It is Elmore.
I know that was way too easy for you.
Way too easy. It's only 40% done.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, he said it's 40% done.
We'll see how much it costs by the time it's 100% done.
That's the way every single project always does. And when they start out at 600 million or whatever this one started out as, the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Question number 2. The annual Hangout Fest in Gulf Shores will be renamed this for its 2024 edition. A, Sand in My Boots. B, Toes in the Water. C, No Shoes, No Shirt, No Problem. Or D, I Swear to You, I'm 21.
Those are some good options. Well done. But I'm going to stick with A.
Sand in My Boots.
Country music. Although it's not all country music, they reassure us. I don't know. All country music might be fine.
He brought in, they released a short list of folks who are going to be on, and it's definitely multi-genre. Question number 3. Governor Kay Ivey removed this public official from his position via executive order. Is it the Veterans Affairs Commissioner, the Department of Environmental Management Director, the Wildlife and Freshwater Fisheries Director, or the Loyal Order of Water Buffaloes Grand Poobah?
Oh, I want it to be Water Buffaloes, but it is Veterans Affairs.
That's right.
And what a drama it has been. That has been a story that had a lot more lasting drama than anyone would have imagined. Still without a lot of details about what's going on under there.
There's not. There's definitely more to come. Part of that is the appeal that his lawyers have said that they're going to challenge that. I don't know whether they can. I'm no lawyer.
Me neither.
All right. The last 2, going a little deeper into trivia land, I guess. Number 4, California-based door and window producer Sierra Pacific just opened a $60 million plant that it's calling its southeastern hub in this Alabama city. Is it Slocum, Fort Payne, Phoenix City, or Slap Out?
It is Phoenix City, Ike.
Very good. I grabbed my buzzer. I must have reversed position there.
You were hoping for it, but I'm an A student. I'm sorry to report.
We've had a lot of A students on here, and yeah, you're obviously a news junkie. So far so good. We're 4 for 4, and this last one is number 5. A Cullman man has been sentenced to 30 months in federal prison for making Instagram death threats at election workers in this state. Is it Arizona, California, Georgia, or Rhode Island?
It is Arizona for the win.
Tabitha, this is way too easy for you. Let's go back and make another one of these.
Yeah, I am a news junkie, so these things just stick in my head too. I'm always amazed, even when I think I didn't listen very closely. When it comes up, I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely it. And some detail comes back about a Toy Story character that's been stabbed in the back or something pops into my mind. I do remember that.
That was one of the threats, was a photo.
Yeah.
And alleged. Well, we don't have to say alleged. He's been sentenced. The threats was a picture of Woody from Toy Story laying face down with something stuck in his back, which horrified me beyond anything else that's happened this year, I think.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay, I'll try.
Why don't you like pickleball?
I have to have foils when I do this, right? It's part of not taking everything seriously. And so I've picked a handful of foils. I've never played pickleball, and I like tennis. That's enough for me to have this terrible prejudice.
Fair enough.
You're a pickleball player.
I don't play pickleball, but I have just no feelings about it. And I felt immediately like, hearing you talk about it, I was like, is there a pickleball conspiracy that I don't know about? I should be up on all the conspiracies.
If this were the 50s, we would call it a communist plot because it's taken over piece by piece.
Oh, I'm sure there's someone out there who will call it a communist plot.
I may before it's all over with. I'm not sure. Tabitha, thanks so much for taking the time to come on. We really liked having you, and during your busy time of the election cycle, and well done on the quiz.
Well, thank you for providing the news in a easy to digest formula every day. It's a great service to the state. So thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thanks for saying that. And thanks everybody out there for listening to us. We are planning to be back here bright and early Monday morning. Not just planning, we're going to be here. Until then, we're open 24 hours a day and 7 days a week on the World Wide Web at al.com.